I told you I'd be back to do a review of the new 3-disc Liza Minnelli Live in New York City 1979 Ultimate Edition. So here we are. If you didn't watch the unboxing, go back a few videos. It's there. I literally read the entire booklet. It took about an hour doing it, but yes. So the next day, even though I didn't get around to actually recording this the next day because I don't know why. I did listen to all 3 discs back to back to back. And I am so glad that I did it that way and didn't, like, break it up over, like, multiple listening sessions like I was originally going to do, since I feel like I noticed stuff that I otherwise wouldn't have by listening to it back to back to back. So my assumption, by the way that they laid this out, is that disc 1 is the original album just like remastered and stuff and like all made to sound good, and that discs 2 and 3 were just adding back in what had been dropped out of it in the first place. That's kind of true, but also not, because I realized as I listened to discs 2 and 3 literally hot on the heels of disc 1, they must have been using recordings from some of the alternate nights that they also recorded, because they recorded like 3 nights. These are not the same nights, because there's like slightly different commentary and stuff. Like there's little differences in the songs where it's like, especially if you just listen to the other one, you notice that it's not quite the same. And especially for somebody who's listened to the original version as insane amount of times as I have, even before this came out, even before the remastered vinyl came out, I had the original album on vinyl, and I ripped that to MP3 years ago so that I could play it like crazy without putting all kinds of damage on the vinyl. But yes, I am very well acquainted with the original album, so any little nuance that's different from that, I noticed like that. And there's quite a few, so I was like, oh my god, okay, so this actually isn't just like adding in a few little extra freebies on the extra discs and otherwise just giving you the unaltered version. No, 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 no. No, no, no. They actually did, like, go through the other nights and I guess picked out the best of each and put those together to make the unadulterated show. Although, I forget which track it was on. There is one where I noticed like a break in the audience where it sounds like something must have still been snipped out that wasn't used, and I don't know what it is, and it makes me a little bit crazy thinking about it. This is supposedly the complete thing, but still sounds like they took something out. So I don't know if it was maybe just like audience interaction that they got rid of, or just really long applause. I don't know. It could be anything really, but it is noticeable, especially when all the other little breaks like that, yeah, they're left, right, and center in the original album, those are pretty much not a thing on the second 2 discs. Except for like that one instance where it's like, what did you leave out? But that said, oh my gosh, they really did go the extra mile in remastering the first one. But then the others, it's so crazy seeing what all was left out. And I get that it was like limitations of the medium at the time. Only so much can fit on a vinyl, right? So they had to really pick and choose what went in, what didn't. Because, I mean, it wouldn't have made much sense to make it a 3-disc vinyl just to fit the stuff that they dropped. Like, it's really great material. I'm glad we have it now, but I can see why, when they were picking and choosing, why, yeah, these didn't make the cut, which is unfortunate because they're really, really cool. Anyway, I am so glad they put Arthur in the Afternoon back in, because that I was well acquainted with from the Liza Live in New Orleans, which I think was also the same tour. We had video of that years ago. There's very recently a re-release on that DVD, but I think you could only get it through PBS. I have not seen anywhere else sell it. So I got suckered into buying it just to have the remastered version of that, so I had something other than like really grainy VHS quality. But hopefully that will also be getting like a proper release for everybody else, because it's a really, really good show. But, this is different from the night that they recorded that, too. So I was like, ooh, okay, alright. Love to see it. And it's also different from whatever audio recording I had turned up from this, too. Because I had some version of Arthur in the Afternoon on an MP3 from years ago as well. I think I just assumed it was what was originally cut from this. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't, but it's definitely different than this recording that they have on disc, what is it, 2? Is it 3? Where is it? Disc 2. So I was like, okay, interesting. Interesting. So, I was like really shook when I heard Everybody Has the Blues, because this was, I think, my first time hearing that track. I was like, okay, that really should have been left in the original album, because that is amazing. Like, that gave me goosebumps hearing that. Like, that is a new fave, just saying. Just everything in here, my god, it's so good. It's so worth the purchase. I mean, when I originally saw this listing online for this go up, I realized the irony that now that I'm posting this review, it is the proper public release day of when it hits store shelves in brick and mortar stores. I meant to have this up early. Oh well. But, when I saw it online originally, I really truly thought they were just adding back in a few extra tracks, and it was just the novelty of having it unchopped up. But it's not. It's so much more than that, and I'm so grateful that we have this now. Because I would argue even some of the versions that are in the couple extra discs, I might prefer to the versions that are on the first one. Now, I must ask if anyone else has this. Disc 1, the city lights skip for you early in the song. There was no scratch on my disc. There doesn't appear to be any little anomalies in the surface of it or anything, so I don't see why it is. I tried it in a few different CD players, and it skips the same spot every time. It's really strange. So I'm curious if anyone else has this. Does it do that for you? Let me know in the comments, because I'm like, that's unfortunate, because it's arguably my favorite song in the original album. I'm like, damn it, that sucks. Oh, well, can't win them all, but anyway, I'm really, really thrilled we got Mr. Cellophane in here. Even though it's not even Liza singing, I don't care. I don't care. I'm so stoked that we have that here. Oh my gosh, just everything about this. I wish I had taken notes as I had been listening to it, but I didn't have the foresight to do that. But just, as an Uber fan, I so appreciate what they have done here. I knew I was going to enjoy it either way, but it's so much better than what I initially anticipated. Just do yourself a favor. Buy this. It is worth it. Like, every penny. It is worth it if you're a Liza fan. We have waited a long time for this. It was well past due. I'm so glad that we have this now. It's just publicly available. So, one thing Feinstein did right for us. So, anyways, I guess that's about it for this one. So, as usual, you know what to do. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a like. If you're not already and you'd like to be, click subscribe, hit that notification bell icon so you never miss an upload. Leave comments down below. Make sure you're following my social media accounts, my Facebook fan page, my Twitter, my Instagram, my eBay, my Reddits, everything and more. It's all down below. And if you like what I do here on this channel and you'd like to help support it, the donation link, as always, is down in the description. Anyway, guys, till next time, see ya.